Alright, we should be live. Let's check. Alright, we are definitely live. Excellent. Hello everyone, Ace here, and today we are testing out or playing some Tannenberg. Now, admittedly, full disclosure, I do need to admit this. These are the same guys that made Verdun, and they, I know at least one of the devs also worked a little bit on Battlefield 1918 way back in the day, so I do at least know at least one of the devs that worked on this game, just like with Verdun, so I do need to bring that up. Captain Caboose says, cue Mr. Rogers music. This is what we do while we are waiting. Alright, but the wait is over, so let's go ahead and jump right in. Now I should mention, I have not played as much of this particular game as I have Verdun, so my squads are not going to be as leveled up, or I should have everything, but it's not going to be... I should have all the gear, but it's not going to be leveled up the way that other, that Verdun is, to that degree. So, let's go ahead and create a squad. They do have a few new maps. So they've got Baltic, East Prussia, Poland, Galicia, Przemysl, Carpathia, Ukraine, Romania, and Dobruda, I believe. Vittorio Vaglio says, hey, hello Ace, how are you? I'm doing pretty good, actually. So we'll actually try to see if we can play on the Baltic map here. We'll find out. So I'm going to go with the Frontovik squad, which is the standard Russian rifleman squad. There's also, for the Entente, you have Cossacks, Latvian rifles, and Romanians. And for the Central Powers, you have the KUK, which is Austro-Hungarians, the German Landwehr, and the Bulgarians. So we'll go for a Strelok here for the start. I think the Winchester 1915 will be good to start with. Nope, it is sending us to East Prussia, but that's okay. This, by the way, is a multiplayer game, so... Although it does have bot support, that's the good news. So even though there's only a handful of players on right now, we're still going to get a full server regardless. And the full servers are 64-player matches. So it looks like the match so far is doing reasonably well for the Russians. Hopefully it is not too loud for you guys. But if it is, let me know and I can do something about that real quick. Alright, so it does look like... Oh, there... Let's see if there's anyone in this area here that's foolish enough to get within the fire arc. Does not look like it, so... We are getting shot at, though. I can tell that. I guess it's time to make a push. I think we can take this position and knife the Germans. That'd be nice. Whoa. Alright, so far so good, although we are probably going to get shot soon. This is no man's land we're crossing. artillery, that's a problem. It is following very closely. To the trench, to the trench. Okay, I can tell there's likely, yep, definitely enemies. Reload. He's down. Got him. I know they're there, so. He's down. Reload. The mic is actually obscuring my ammo counter, but that's okay. Okay, so we can actually try making a push for the ambushed convoy. Let's try it. But it is, yep. Hello there. Okay, he's likely getting shot at by those guys there, so I'm... Ooh, friendlies. Good. We're actually doing quite nice. Guten Tram says, good afternoon, sire. How are things? Allah o mine. It has been a while since I was last able to catch up to the live stream. Now, things are doing pretty good, actually. We are playing some Tannenberg here. A World War I multiplayer FPS centered around the Eastern Front. With bot support, so... Okay, so they either see something I missed, or... I don't know. I'll take this position here, just to keep them from shooting at us. Captain Kaboot says, that hoot, two or three times reload if you can with that gun. Okay. Whoa, someone's shooting at me. Hello, ow. I think we can actually take that position, or keep that position held, and if we do, we should be able to... Actually, I wonder if I can change out my loadout real quick. We'll go with the Berdan too, even though it's older. I know you're out here somewhere. Ow. Hidden Boss says F indeed. Gutentram says, this is the kind of game that with a mod with the Deathcore of Krieg would be awesome. Yep. Yes, it would, actually. I fully agree with that. Alright. Where are they? I'm getting shot at a lot. There, they got me. Yep, they're clearly... Although it looks like we might actually be taking... Okay, so ambushed convoy is right now a no man's land of sorts, where we do technically have it and are regaining control a little bit, but this position could fall, so we should try getting into place. Now we know where they're coming from. We can fight them up close like this. They did hit me, but I am alive, and this game does have regenerating health, although you very, very rarely get to see it in action because of the way it works. Okay, someone... Oh, ow. Captain Caboose says, the only reason I bought Squad was the 40k mod. Okay. So they are trying to take the position there again, so we need to make another beeline for it to try to keep them from taking it. There's a Bulgarian there, got him. Unfortunately, yeah. Oh well. We've actually done so much damage to them right off the bat that we... Oh, we already have it completely... Ah! He either hit my arm or something, or just barely missed me or something. Ow. Vittorio Vaglio says we are fighting against almost bots. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, they do have machine guns. They're likely going to, therefore... We'll let them have it, although... I keep missing. Ow. He's down. He's down. Oh, and I got flanked. Fair enough. Gutentrom says, speaking about Krieg, have you seen Soda's new short about them? I've seen a number of news shorts about the Death Corps of Krieg, which suggested, so you'll have to be a little bit more specific. Is it the one with the cavalry charging, or is it the trailer for the one where you see him leaving some sort of APC, or is it the one where you're seeing them go over the top? There's at least 3 things I've seen shorts for the Krieg very recently. Let's actually switch out to the good old Mosin the Gallant. Okay, so they are attacking the forward position there. We won. The 6-minute one. Okay. I'm assuming that's the one with the cavalry, but let me double check. The cavalry charge. Yeah. Yeah, I have seen it a little bit. Alright, I'm actually thinking of Romania or Ukraine. Let's actually do Ukraine. I haven't played that map in a while. Gutentrom says, I imagine Tannenberg is like Squad, but without a med kit, you get shot, well, you got shot. Yeah, there is some, like I said, regenerating health, admittedly, although you very, very rarely get to see it because of the way this game works. Even the pistols have a habit of one-shotting enemies a lot of the time in this game. Vittorio Vaglio says there are more people in the EU server. I might actually switch over there then. Give me a good opportunity to try out another squad. So Romanian headquarters, even though we're playing as Russian riflemen, but that's okay. That's just how the squad system works in this game. So the map is Romania we're playing. This is actually a decent map, admittedly. I do like it. The key position is the mountain stronghold, and there is a lot of fighting to deal with there, so... Oh, I forgot to switch top chat to live chat. Let me see if there's any more comments. Okay. I've been thinking of potentially doing a multiplayer event for you guys in the community, but specializing very specifically in using, maybe with a game like this or something like. I have a few ideas in mind, so I was wondering what you guys would think of that. We'll take the woodland trenches here. It looks like our bot buddies are, in fact, taking the mountaintop, which is really good news. We are getting shot at. Ow. Okay, we are getting shot over there too, it sounds like. And I need to reload. And they are pushing into the trench. Okay. We've fought them back. Hello there. Yeah, I need to reload a little bit now. Oh, they're making a push for the mountaintop. We have to take that back. Because if the mountaintop falls, we're going to start losing tickets. Yeah, in this game, I don't think you actually lose tickets through dying, but you do through losing territory. Which is an interesting way to do World War I, I think, and it does work.
Ключевая позиция захвачена.
Brother Kakil says, Shalom. Shalom, Brother Kakil. Welcome to World War I Eastern Front, yeah, with Tannenberg. Okay, so let's have a look at where the enemy is making a push. It looks like we're going to actually make the attack from the Verdun force. Gutentrom says, do they have gas attacks on this like in Verdun? Yes, they do, actually. You do, however, have to get phones to call it in. And you do also have gas masks, so let me put it on here. As you can see, you get the distinct Russian gas mask that was used during the war, which is actually rather spooky looking if you saw photos of it historically. Okay, they are making a beeline for that, so we have to retake that position. I'd say there's at least one guy in here. Got him. Got him. There we go. Brother Kakil says, ooh, Bliat. Bliat indeed. I was killed by Cranky Likes Dank Memes. Alright, so let's actually see what role we need. We can actually switch out to a Grenadier. Let's do that. And with the Grenadier, we will be equipped with the Nagant Carbine, because why not? Okay. Or a revolver should be a little bit more handy in close quarters, I think. Plus, we got 3 grenades, so that's good. So they've called in a mortar. So our squad is actually operating mostly in the burned out trenches. We'll go there. We killed an NCR trooper. Sneak play for life. They keep trying to make a push on that position for some reason. But I'm actually going to start sticking with my squad. Yep, that was a mistake. That was a mistake, alright. Captain Caboose says, Sukabiliat, Rush B. We should actually, yeah, we're going to help them take the gun emplacement. If I can get a decent spawn point. Unfortunately, they might start to... This is a game, though, that actively encourages playing with the team, so... Ow. We still have the advantage, but it is a tenuous one, I think. Still, if we can actually take a gun... Oh, that's a huge problem. They are starting to take the mountain stronghold. I think we need to head straight back there, because otherwise we're going to start losing tickets like crazy. Alright. So, troops from Austria-Hungary. Ow! Okay, that was good. That was good. That was genuinely well done. Unfortunately, they're also taking the field battery, which is another problem. We'll spawn here, try to get this position so our squad can be used elsewhere as quickly as possible. Because otherwise, we are going to be in a world of hurt. Right, now what? I think if we take the communications bunker, we can actually cut off all the Germans. And that would be great news. Okay, I see one. Make a mad dash. Ooh, there's one. There's 3 there at least. I saw you there. I know you're there. Oh, he knows I'm here. I got him. Unfortunately, it's time to reload, and I am getting shot at. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Come on, come on. There we go. Oh, there he is. I know you're there. And there goes my ammo. That's a huge problem. Yep. Brother Kakil says, shovel? Yep, shovel indeed. We're actually retaking the mountaintop, which is excellent. That is
Это важный пункт. И он наш.
And we're regaining all our positions from before. We can actually, if we make a mad dash with that, I think potentially take this position from them and cut off the artillery there, which is nice. So I'm gonna try it. Ow. Yep, time to run, time to run. Okay, I don't know, there he is. Okay, Gutentrom says, what you just done going over a trench in front of an MG reminds me of playing Rising Storm, doing that just to find out someone was just finished reloading the MG right in my face. Yep. Brother Kakil say, have to say the Russians sound wonky. To be fair, I think the team that works on this game is either from Germany or Holland or something like that. And they are a small indie studio, so... Okay. It is time, however, to retake that position. We still have the advantage, I think. Who is he shooting at? He's down. Okay, time to make a dash for it. I'm out of ammo. I have to reload. It looks like I'm the only one left in the trench alive. Oh, another guy just came in. Gutentrom says to Brother Kakil, most people won't notice that. That is true. I didn't really notice that at first. He's down. We know they're going to come through this way, likely. Sounds like a grenade or something, possibly. I was correct. NCR trooper tried to make a mad dash for it. Gritentrom says, this revolver pains me to watch you reload. Yeah, it's... The Nagant revolver was very, very slow to reload, and so were a lot because you didn't reload the entire magazine at once. It was one at a time. Nathan X 2000 donates £5 to say, I am Nathan, the simp for only greater content. Thank you very much, Nathan. You are an absolute legend. I can hear what sounds like a mad dash of some sort, so... Yep, here they come. Okay, whoever was shooting at me just hit that dude. time to reload. There's one. I hit 3 of them so far. Brother Kakil says, Nathan, the Tsarist hero. Long live the Tsar. Oh, sorry, dude. Oh, they got me finally. Alright, so let's switch out back to the Winchester. Alright, we gotta make a mad dash to get into position. But yeah, I'm thinking after this match we will go and actually try out another squad. I don't know how he didn't notice me, but okay. Make it. We're once again one of the only 2 dudes in the entire trench. Well, maybe there's one German or something. I think the rush was mostly held back though, overall. Oh, hello there. Someone got him. Good. Gutentram says it's fine, he had a brow of retreat. You can see the cowardice on his face. Okay. Almost got shot reading the comment. That guy, however, is shooting at me. He's down. You can see someone's throwing gas on him. Just 2 more down. It looks like, yep. Got him. That's German. You can see your helmet, buddy. There we go. Ow. He got me fair and square. Alright. That said, we are doing pretty good ticket-wise, but this is one of those games where tickets can really change at a moment's notice. So. The good news is we've actually done so well that they only really have the gun emplacement aside from the mountains that they're trying to take. So we could potentially cut them completely off with that, but I'm going to go straight to the mountains here. Hello. Ow. I shot the backpack and missed the dude entirely. Okay. Yeah, that's... To be fair, I did legitimately miss the dude, so... We are doing rather nicely. There we go.
Прикрывайте!
I know they're there. Good news is... Oh, can I use this, please? No? Okay. No ammo, that's why. So it ran out of ammo and I have to go supply. That's why. Okay. At least there's a reason for it. Nathan X 2000 says, Ace the dude who keeps crying in pain. Shut the fuck up. I'm trying to snipe the guy who blew your toe off. Yep. Hello. A Bulgarian uniform there, so... There we go. Brother Kakil says, hey, oop. So, yeah, okay, so it's coming from right there. Hello. I thought I saw a second one there. Got him. I think he got me too.
Победа! Враг уничтожен!
Alright, we are now actually going to try out a different squad. So I'm going to actually back out of this, and we will do the new squad. Brother Kakil says, Ace pops out from the trench, screams something in Russian, and shoots a dude in the head with a revolver. Captain Gaboo says, I was today days old when I figured out Fallout New Vegas have a hotkey weapon system. Yeah, yeah, they do actually. Hidden Boss says victory, but at what cost? A heavy one at that. Vittorio Vaglio says, shall we change the server? Yeah, that's the plan. But first, I'm going to pick a new squad. We will go for could go for that, although I really want to try out the Bulgarians some more, so we will be playing as a Bulgarian squad with a bayonet, a carbine, and the Luger, or that, or... Okay, so it looks like this is a grenadier. Nope, it's the officer role. Interesting. Alright. So I will now play, and let's see what we end up with. Permissal, nice! Oh, I forgot to change the game server. I'll actually do that real quick. I'll change it from the US to... I'll actually do that right now. Sorry, guys. I forgot about that. But yeah, good point. Let's actually change it to the... from US to Europe. There we go. Alright, now we can create a squad. And it looks like everyone is... I do actually kind of want... Well, the Carpathians will work too. Alright, so it'll be a Bulgarian squad, and there we go. Now we're cooking. Okay, but can I play? No? Apparently it doesn't want me to, so... Or something funny's going on. Okay, so the game's bugged a little bit. That's okay, I'll just restart it, and... I don't know what caused it to do that, but okay, well... It is an indie game, so, yeah, stuff... It is a small indie game, so stuff like that kind of does tend to happen. I'll just wait for it to there, and we will try this again. Is it needing to download something? Don't think so. Alright. Can I play the game? I think we are having technical difficulties for some reason. I'll just restart Steam. Oh, there we go. So right as I'm about to restart, it does it. That's lovely. Oh, well. Gutentram says it still performs better than Squad. Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. A disclaimer, a note about Squad, that is... Counting that Squad is years old in a bigger studio. To be fair, Tannenberg is also years old, and it's basically running on the same engine as... it's running on the same everything, pretty much, as Verdun. So it is actually... Verdun, it's actually, if you count Verdun, it's been out longer. But... In fact, the two games are cross-compatible in a way. You can instantly go from one to another without even switching. Alright, now we are good to go, I think. Sorry about the delay. But yeah, this time I'm going to just go pick the Bulgarian squad, like I said, and we'll see what goes from there. Brother Cacul says, God, I wish I could read Acrylic. Me too, actually. Alright, so now we are definitely on the EU server, so we can now create our squad. Gutentram says that's quite nice, to be honest. Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to when they inevitably make the next game in the series, wherever that will be. Okay, so it's, I guess, searching for a server or something, and maybe just having trouble. It might actually be a case where, because one server is completely full, it's trying to stick me there or something, but... Brother Cacul says would make it easier for me to learn Mongolian. That is true. Okay, so it's definitely... I think it is just a case where the server is on the EU is just full, so it's trying to stick me into a match, but it can't. It's a little bit on the inconvenient side. Okay, is there any way I can easily back out of this? Not quite. That's... Alright. So whoever is on the dev team needs to fix this. That is an issue. I'll just do this again. So we are going straight, and we're sticking by the US server, even though it has fewer numbers. But at least it's easier to start this time in comparison. Squad, yeah, but it likes to actually stick you all on the same map. So we'll just do that, and then we should be good. See, all it was the server itself. The game basically just automatically dumps you in a map if you don't already have a squad, so... Alright, well at least we're doing good on this one. I like the lighting effects there. Okay, someone put in a artillery strike of some sort. We have one more shot left. We fire it, reload. Okay, they got me finally. But not before we did some decent damage. I think this called for the M90 carbine. Oh, sorry, dude. We're really taking them out quite nicely. Tori Vaglia says, I have Martini Henry. Yep, you do actually get access to a version of it called the Peabody with the Bulgarians, which historically they did use, so it does. There we are. Gutentram says, imagine being in World War I with a gun with 10 rounds in it. You feel like a king in golden armor. Yep. The BEF in a nutshell. At least at the start of the war. Especially since the SMLE was so fast firing too. They finally got me. But I got a lot of them in the process. Brother Kakiel says have some Mongolian and a whole bunch of Mongolian words. Guten Trump says to Brother Kakiel, learn the GAF alphabet before Cyrillic. That would be my advice. Okay, interesting. I've heard the Korean character system is actually really good and efficient myself, but okay, we know there's at least another. Ow. Okay, the guy there, fortunately for me, had something slow reloading, like a Berdan, I think is what he was equipped with. I know there's a Russian there somewhere. I know someone was shooting at me. Okay, whoever they are close. I know they're around here somewhere. I just don't know where. Ow! Good work, Apache, you got me. Gutentrom says the BEF with the Lee Enfield were ahead of the time in World War I. Yes, they were. Ultra Sun says Brits are also on P and hold their defense more. The Enfield will be one of the multiple reasons. Yes. Ow. Okay, what do we have access to alternatively? We can go for that. Although I forgot I had the loot girl this time. I'm an idiot. Okay. Hidden Boss says, well, nice one. Yep. Okay, that's fair. Let's actually switch out the roll. Smith & Wesson number 3. Yes, please. This one actually reloads quickly. Ish! Oh god! Run away! Run away! Well, we almost got it anyway, so it doesn't matter that much that they took the hill. Got him. Gutentrom says the Croatians use the alphabet along with many other Eastern European nations. Gutentrom says, lol, the quick runaway. Yep. Alright, so let's see what maps we have. Baltic, please. Baltic, let it be Baltic. I have not tried out Baltic yet, I don't think. Come on. Oh, it's Carpathians that got selected. Okay. I've played Carpathians before. Another thing about these maps is the weather conditions and the time of year does change on these maps too, which is a nice little touch. So play the map one time, it might be perfectly fine in the summer. Another time it might be like this, where it's going to be foggy and presumably in the winter as well. Nope, it's just going to be foggy. So, Guten Traum says to Brother Kakiel, it's easy to get used to the sounds, and Brother Kakiel says, I do not want to learn Slavic languages yet. Now, the church in this map is the big area to control, so once we get the opportunity, which is now, we will... Actually, no, we'll take the 305 gun first. And then we will make a mad dash for the church defenses. Now, we do actually have 4 hand grenades if we want. Here they come. It's time to reload because we know what happened last time. Good news, we do actually have the advantage in points. The bad news, we're going to have a nasty little fight on our hands to take the church. Come on. Okay, we have 2 shots left. So the church defenses are already ours, so it was my mistake as to... I could have sworn I saw a dude there, so let's make sure. Someone's dropped smoke, so that's convenient for us. I know there's enemies in the area, I just don't know where, which concerns me. Okay. Yep. Alright, well. We'll spawn in on this guy. Good Trump says Krieg would be proud of that guy. Yes, they would. Or that gun? Yeah, the gun. So someone's going to be making a mad dash for this position. Ow. Well done, Toxic Eagle. That's the second time I've been taken out by that dude this match, so... We will... Although, unfortunately, that gives me an... Ooh. They're sending in a mad rush for our gun, so let's actually fall back. We will equip the carbine Luger combo, so... Let's see, is that smoke? Okay, good. That is just smoke. I was worried that might be gas. That's a problem. I have to get out of this, and... pretty sure the dude with the revolver would try advancing at some point into the building here. Oh. Good work, whoever took out the guy who he almost had me, I'll admit. Okay. Probably. Ow. Okay, he got me fair and square. Vittorio Vaglio says this is the last game for me. Sorry to hear that. Okay, so if we actually take the trail defenses, whoever is taking it is an absolute legend, by the way. But if we can take it, hopefully he survives. He is. Oh, that's invalid. But if we can take it, we should be good. Okay, someone shot at me. Alright, we got those guys dealt with. Let's deal with this guy. There we go. Let's see, what's left? We have one more position to take. Ow. Good work, whoever got me. I very temporarily appear to have lost connection, so sorry if I can't see any of your comments right yet. Retake the ruined buildings here. They got machine guns and are shooting at the current machine gun nest. It's a bit of a problem. Looks like it's right there. Oh yeah, I forgot. Can't reload on this weapon until the last round is used. they got me fair and square. Alright, time to see if there's anything new in the chat. Tacticus Pod says, hello, all my pretty jewels. How are we this evening? Pretty good, actually. Let's actually just switch back. Playing some Tannenberg. Brother Cactiel says, you know the answer to that, but good day to you anyways. Okay. Turia Vaglio says, you know you can reload machine guns? Yep, you have to pick up ammo for it, but you can do that. Okay, let's move around here. Ow. Good kill, Dreddy. Good kill. Spot on him. Once we take this position, ow! Fair enough, Dreddy, fair enough. Alright, so I guess I better switch back. Or no, we'll give it one more try. See if we can... Because our squad mates are actually doing quite nicely. And it looks like... Okay, if I can just get one of these guys to not be suppressed, that would be lovely. They got him. Well, if we can do it, so can they. And let the havoc begin. Not sure if there's anything there, but... Looks like movement to me. So it looks like the enemy has moved on from that area, so let's go ahead and make a push for it. Alright, what positions can we take? Let's try the crest trench. We got 4 rounds and we got killed by Dreddy again. Okay, can I spawn on... Nope. Just get into the trench, stay alive, and I will spawn right on you. There we go. Well, it's better than... This looks like a decent little flanking position if I can just stay alive. Looks like there is someone else aside from me. Yep. That also means that there is likely a Russian somewhere around here. They have taken the... So apparently I missed the guy. Fair enough, they got him. Tacticus Pod says, pretty interesting news today regarding the redemption call. Yeah, I did actually see that. They got a new redemptionist model, they're calling it. Not the Redeemer, redemptionist. But it's, I don't know how to put it. Icardian says, what is this? This is Tannenberg. This is a World War I FPS situated on the Eastern Front. Vittorio Bagdo says, I am leaving soon. It was a fun game session. See you there. Trom says, yeah, nothing like having to work on my day off. Yep. Yeah, I've had to, I can relate to you there. Trom says, hooray, well, sire, have fun. Have a good one there. So we do still have the advantage. Although we probably should take this position back from them, or properly cap it. Yeah, he got me. Tacticus Pod says Ace looks at enemy soldier, also Ace ignores and Ace again. Oh wait. Yeah! To be fair, yeah, fair enough. Alright, so we've bled them of so many tickets at this point that we're already on the end game. Crap, 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 crap. I think there's... We won. Cardian says, the Eastern Front, spending 100 men for like 2 meters of ground, just haven't lost day after by 100 enemy men. Honestly, those are... Honestly, that sounds like a comparatively easy 100 meters or 2 meters of ground. Alright, so we're actually going to, we've already done 2 matches, so we'll do another squad. But yeah, Sagaron says, yeah, GG. Thanks for calling me legend. Flattered. You're welcome. Okay, so let's pick up a new squad. Let's go for, let's actually try out the Latvian rifleman. But yeah, the 100 men for 2 meters or so was actually very light in certain cases. I don't know too much about the Eastern Front for that, but I can give you a good example on this. Some of the battles that occurred on the Italian front, you're talking something like 100,000 men for 100 yards or so. Or 100 meters. Actually, it was 100 meters. So 100,000 men lost to gain a grand total of 100 meters. I believe that was the 4th Battle of the Isonzo, that particular example. So we should be equipped. If I remember correctly, I've got a version of the Aristotle. I could be wrong on that. Brother Kakil says, so regarding the Redemptionist model, you should take note that the example he gave was not the entire range. They're creating an entire set of multiple models. Okay. That sounds better. Good. I forgot to check what map this is. Although it looks... Could this be the new... I think this is the new Baltic map, actually. No, or maybe? I don't know. Optimist Jedi says, looking forward to seeing the rest. The new one looks pretty dope. No, this might actually be Ukraine. This might be the Ukraine map, I think. Acardian says the Battle of Verdun sucked. Yeah. And he's definitely got me in his sights. I don't have any grenades, that's a problem. And he does have me pinned down pretty good. Okay, if I can actually make it once the smoke really makes... Okay, yeah, I think I've got this. Ow! Alright, let's see what other options I have, because it looks like we're going to be in for some close quarters fighting. We'll use this. Try to take the hill fortifications. So they've deployed gas. And they're doing a mad... Someone's doing a mad dash. Okay, here they come. Ouchies. Once I heal up, I'm gonna make a rush for it. Did not miss him that time. Oh god. Okay, I saw one shot. He's gone. I'm gonna fall back. Oh, from behind. Okay, fair enough. Vittoria Wagner says, okay, I can stand. I am still waiting for the Italian front in the game series. That would be nice. Either that or Gallipoli. That, so either of those two would be good. Cardian says, I think the Battle of the Somme was the worst one, like 1 million men died there. There was a bloodier battle. Well, it depends, right? So there's several battles that you could argue were worse in some way or other. The Somme, yeah, definitely pretty high up there. In terms of the conditions to fight in, even though it wasn't as bloody, I would say Passchendaele was also pretty high up there as well. Verdun pretty high up there, and Verdun actually, a lot of people, they're now saying that they've underestimated how many casualties were at Verdun. It used to be the estimate was around 750,000. Now it is closer to around 985,000, so it is just shy of 1 million as well. The Brusilov offensive was something like 2 million casualties, if I remember correctly, a little over that. 2.25 million, something like that, because at least 1.5 million Austro-Hungarian casualties, plus another 500,000 Russians, plus another 200,000 Germans, something like that. Brusilov offensive, however, was known for being a massive breakthrough on the Eastern Front. It nearly knocked Austria-Hungary out of the war. And there's another battle that's kind of similar to that. The First Battle of Marne, which was the turning point in 1914. It only had 700,000 casualties, the First Battle of Marne, but you have to remember the First Battle of Marne occurred over the course of a single week. So you're talking 100,000 casualties per day on average. I know, yep, hello there. Got him. I'll just reload. So far we've got the advantage, but... Okay, it looks like we got a mad dash coming for us. But they're still a good ways away. Victoria Vaglio asks, have you ever read Gulliver's Travels? No, but I have heard about it, and... Optimist Jedi says, the Great War YouTube channel has tons of great World War I info. Learned about the Brusilov offensive from the coverage. Yep. Admittedly, ooh. Admittedly, I did not see that first guy because I was reading the comment, but that's okay. Okay, so... But yeah, Great War channel is a good channel to watch. I've actually been considering looking at giving some coverage to other channels that do deserve it. Some smaller ones in particular, and I do have a few ideas in mind. Especially if you're a history buff. So it looks like the bad news is they are taking hill artillery. We, however, take supply station, we can deny them that, and they won't be able to do anything about it. Actually, it looks like because we already graded it, they can't even do anything about it anyways. So they'll be forced to retreat, and we'll be able to just retake it easy peasy. Now, outside of that, we are losing, however, that position again, so it is time to regain it. Oh, I missed. I think the dude actually took off my leg or something with that hit. So Diabetes was the man that got me. good coverage of the enemy advance. That is one good thing about the bots. They actually can instantly detect where you're from when you shoot at them, so that player might not instantly notice by comparison. So that's one advantage the bots do have. That's an enemy player. Oh, good thing I missed him. Sounds like we've got a mad rush coming on us. So... Okay, he got me fair and square. Victoria Vaglia says, I'm translating a war diary of an Italian-speaking Austrian prisoner. It mentions the Brusilov offensive. Yeah, massive battle, though. From what I understand, one of the things the Russians did was they actually dug tunnels that went right just within 10 yards of the Austrian trenches. So their troops then just popped out of the tunnels and then started just charging straight into them at point-blank range before the Austrians could do anything about it. Ooh. Good kill, Natsumi. You got me fair and square. I see you there. Hey, Natsumi. Ow. Alright, I think we can retake Hill Fortification pretty easily. Ow. Okay. Let's see, is there any other... Oh, I can switch to a Grenadier. I will do that. 1911. Yes, please. God save the Tsar with the God's caliber. Ow. Let's try attacking from there. Apparently there's a imbalance in the player numbers, so we now have a 6-second penalty to spot. Ow! Okay. Optimus Jedi says, if you had to fight in the Great War, which nation would you fight for and which front would you like to be assigned to? Good question. Captain Caboose says, praise the Lord, John Moses about browsing. In browsing we John Moses Browning, sorry. In Browning we trust, sorry. Ow. Captain Caboose says Imperial German Navy? Interesting. Would you be, but which front? Would you be on, say, fighting in the Atlantic at places like Jutland, or would you be in the East Asia Squadron, I wonder? Sagaron says, well, GG, that's it for me, I guess. Good luck. Thank you. I mean, we're so close now that we're within a few tickets and we got this. We did it! Cardian says, well, I'm Swedish, so we didn't get involved in both world wars. You want to know what's interesting about World War I is... We'll go for missile this time. You want to know what's interesting about World War I is that one of the nations that was neutral was actually one of the ones hardest hit, believe it or not. The nation of Persia, the Kingdom of Persia or Persian Empire, actually was pretty much completely destroyed, even though they never officially were involved. Because basically there was a bunch of militias and whatnot that picked one side or the other, so yeah. So apparently everyone decided to go Baltic, which is fine. We'll play Baltic. Vittoria Vaglia says, I guess I would have fought for the Italians then. Yep. Captain Caboose says, Asia on Edmund or the SMS Wolf. Okay, cool. Optimist Jedi says, Swedish Merkman, come on. Damn fence sitter. I guess I would have picked, I guess if I had the choice, maybe the 94th Aero Squadron or something, maybe the Lafayette Escadrille, something like that. Optimist Jedi says, USA all the way for me and Western Front. So yeah, this map is a new one for me. I know they've been adding maps. I think so is Permissal, so that's part of the reason. I have to wonder if the water is actually particularly dangerous cold in this or something. Oh dear. Okay, we can't really do anything about that part of the front, but ouchies. We can, however, Vittoria Vaglu asks, do you prefer the Doughboys or U.S. Marines? I mean, both have their perks. Pretty sure the Doughboys were among the first to get equipped with the BAR. On the other hand, the Marines ended up getting the Springfield 03, whereas the Doughboys mostly were equipped with the Pattern 17. Then again, though, the Pattern 17 actually had its perks too. It had an extra round that you could fire with. How did he miss me? Oh, he's a... I panicked. Fair enough. However, ow. Thank you, Natsumi. Optimist Jedi says, probably Doughboy for me, even though the Marines are absolute legends. That's if I couldn't get in the Air Corps. thing is, too, the Marines were actually a really small formation in World War I. They were actually attached to the 2nd Division of the U.S. Army. Because they were basically a brigade strength at that point. Cardian says, well, what I know is that there is any war, I'd join the Navy, go up to 5 in the morning, and make coffee, then ship men to the front lines, go home. You would think that, however, the U-boat menace was a very real thing in World War I. And if you were on a ship that was sinking, your chances of survival were particularly slim, tip often. Oh God, I was out of ammo apparently. Now's the time to make a push, it looks like. Ow. You're killing it to me. So they actually do have the slight advantage, but it is a very slight advantage. And I just ended up in a gas attack. Hooray. Alright, let's see some of the comments here. Optimist Jedi! Ooh. Yep, no to the comments apparently for right now, because they are making a push. Good work. I do not know where they are, and that concerns me. I have plenty of ammo, though. Alright, so let's actually have a look at the comments now, because it looks like we are in a decent spot. Optimist Jedi says, haha, yep, Navy best for sure. I have one grandpa on the Army, one in the Navy. Army was World War II, Navy, Korea, so I'm split. Never could make up my mind, so here I am. Inquisitor says, Matthias says, hello chat. Hi Ace. Hey Inquisitor. Oh, looks like the action is picking up. Okay, it looks like the gas is mostly dissipated. That's good. Yeah, Cardigan says, the U-boats were not... U-boats were not everywhere now were they? Anyways, in modern times, Swedish subs can't be spotted, and that is funny training mighty Yanks. They didn't even see the Swedish sub. Alright. Well, the U-boats actually could be mostly anywhere. At least anywhere that was active. They were known for doing things like even infiltrating some of the ports. In some cases, in trying to attack ships in port. They definitely were active both in Italy, and in the Italian area, as well as, of course, in the Atlantic proper itself. And thanks to the submarine cruisers, they were pretty much also active right up to the American coast. So they were legitimately active in throughout pretty much most of the Atlantic, because the submarine cruisers were more than capable of making the distance. Now, they weren't as common as the U-boats in World War II, but they were also a lot more effective individually than the U-boats in World War II. Which is why the highest scoring submarine ace of all time was actually a U-boat commander from World War I. Sunk something like 500,000 tonnage. Built by someone by the name of Leica. Alright. This could actually turn very ugly very quickly if we're not careful. We have to hurry, take that, or else we're going to have the bleed on us. Another player. Ow. Leica got me again. Actually, let's have a look, see what else we are equipped with. We'll use the Nagant carbine as well as the Nagant revolver. Try to take the lowland trench real quick. We do have the bleed on us now. Optimist Jedi says, I've heard two really weird and opposing viewpoints on U-boats. One is, I think, the more commonly held position is that U-boats were very effective and nearly won the war. Kinda, they also did kind of cost them the war too, because a lot of nations ended up joining the Entente during World War I specifically because of the U-boats. The U.S. being a pretty good example, but far from the only. Portugal could come to mind. And by the way, the U.S. brought a lot of nations along with it when it declared war too. But I do know that there was shortages. The British were going through severe shortages and whatnot thanks to the submarines. Apparently there was even food shortages and things like that too, so it was a lot rougher for... The U-boats really did do a lot of damage. Even once they started to curtail the problem, the U-boats were still sinking more tonnage than was able to be launched new. So they weren't able to so the Entente weren't actually able to completely replace their losses in terms of ships. Anyways, though, but Cardian says, I heard if the Germans can fit rockets on their subs early on, it would be hard to counter that due to the problems with finding subs at the time. Yeah, that would actually be a problem. Although there would be some serious issues. There was actually another thing that could have really helped the Germans that they just did not pursue that all that much, although they did use it to some extent, and those were merchant submarines. The idea of making submarines specifically to transport goods between the U.S. and Germany before the U.S. got involved. That was actually a legit thing that was done. I'm having a frame rate drop for some reason. Okay, time to hit the deck for some reason. Optimist Jedi says the other is the exact opposite. The U-boats had almost no effect at all in the war. They're a complete waste of time and resources. I find that one odd, but I need more research. The U-boats weren't that common, like I said, as in World War II, but they did do a lot more damage per U-boat. And did actually have an impact on the war effort, hands down. Inquisitor Matthew says, my knowledge on U-boats are pretty superficial, so listening this is pretty interesting. I've actually been talking with... I've seen Tacticus Pod bring up the idea of covering books, potentially live streams. And if you guys want, I'm going to see about talking if Tacticus Pod can actually do this at some point. I do have a few good books in mind that could actually start reading, and one of those would actually be about the U-boats during World War I. I believe it's called The Killing Time. If I can find a copy of it online, I'll happily do a live stream read of it. We're still losing tickets, but it is slow, so we still have a considerable advantage in the ticket. Oh, sorry, dude. Didn't realize you were my side. But yeah, the Germans, believe it or not, did legitimately try out. The Germans did legitimately try out making merchant submarines. There were two that they actually fully built and used in that role. The Bremen and the Deutschland. They were the only two submarines in German history that were actually named, given proper names, because they were treated as ships rather than boats when they were on merchant duty. That said, now the Deutschland was actually successful. It made 2 trips to the U.S., and the very first one alone was able to they were able to completely recoup the costs of making the thing. The Bremen was unfortunately lost without a trace. We don't know what happened to it. But unfortunately, it was also carrying the financial resources necessary to set up factories in the U.S. to produce more merchant U-boats. That, coupled with the fact that the Germans were changing their doctrine to unrestricted submarine warfare in 1917, and thus were expecting war with the U.S., is the reason why they actually just went ahead and went back to not making merchant subs. But yeah, the remaining merchant subs that were in development were converted into military U-boats, and so was the Deutschland as well. But anyways, the thing is, the merchant subs might have actually had a far better impact on the war than you might think, had the Germans just decided to stick with them rather than go with unrestricted submarine warfare. Because getting supplies from the U.S. was a very massive priority at the time, and the only way they could have realistically done that was through merchant subs. Inquisitor Matthias says mercantile submarines doesn't seem like a bad idea. Actually, it wasn't. It does have problems, of course. There is going to be limited space on the submarine. One would have to wonder that putting the cargo in the submarine was also something of a challenge as well. These were also very large subs, so they tended to be slow when submerged. Good work, Mitsubi. They tended to be very slow when submerged as well, although the fact that they could submerge meant that they could, of course, avoid patrols, and was the whole point in the first place. And also, being a World War I sub, once you had hydrophones and whatnot, it was easier to protect the things. I'm betting that's an assuming there, so... Yes, it was. Optimist Jedi says, Germany really got screwed in World War I. They weren't angels by any stretch. The more you learn, the more you sympathize with them. That said, the Kaiser was a douche. Yeah, he was. There is definitely some stuff that gets swept under the rug, however, the Germans did, that a lot of people don't know about. For example, one of the things that did legitimately happen but has been swept under the radar, or swept under the rug, is the Germans did actually use French and Belgian civilians as forced labor. So they would take them away from their families, these civilians away from their families, and they would send them to labor camps to do various tasks behind the line. That's a pretty dick thing to do. But that gets completely swept under the rug. And it's also part of the reason why the Belgians and French, the French in particular, had such a hate boner going on for the Germans after the war. Anyway, so let's see some more of the comments. Cardian says the Kaiser was not only a douche, he was a short-tempered fool. He stepped on a lot of toes in his time. Yep. The big thing with the Kaiser was he had an inferiority complex because one of his arms was crippled, and therefore he wasn't really... So yeah, he had a big-time inferiority complex. So that, Vittorio Baglio says, World War I subs were on the coast sinking cargo ships in the Mediterranean. Yes, they were. They were also operating in and around Gallipoli. Another thing that gets a little bit ignored admittedly, let's see. Cardian says, the thing is the hate from the French didn't help things when the Versailles Peace was written. No, it did not. It did not. That said, it's not like the Germans weren't going to do something similar themselves. I mean, if you look at the Treaty of Brest-Litovsk and just the absolute plague grab that was on the Russians. And also the negotiations and how that went. The Russians originally, the communist government in Russia basically refused the first time, so the Germans just reinvaded, took even more land, and demanded an even harsher treaty because of it. Optimist Jedi says, oh, weird, I thought that was common knowledge about Belgium and occupied France. It isn't. It actually gets swept right under the rug. Mostly what you hear about are the Allied propaganda, mainly from the British, overplaying everything. Ow. Inquisitor Matthias says, funny how Germans had a Caesar just like the Russians. Well, yeah, everyone wanted to pretend to be the descendant of the everyone wanted to pretend to be the modern Roman Empire, so... The Germans, the Austro-Hungarians both had a Kaiser, and the Germans had a Tsar. In fact, Bulgaria had a Tsar as well. The Cardian says the Russians had a Tsar, the Germans had a Kaiser, Germans had a Caesar. Yeah, Tsar and Kaiser are both based on the original word Caesar. So that's where those words came from. I do not know how I missed that second shot, but at least I got it. It looks like I'm going rather roughly, though, in this particular match. I mean, we still have the advantage, technically, but it is... Although that is going to swiftly go away. I think we need to actually take the bog fortification back. This might actually legit be my last match too, because we've been at it for just shy of 2 hours. Sounds like someone's getting a mad rush. Hello, Leica. Kaiser, Vittorio Vagler says Kaiser comes from Caesar indeed. Tsar as well. Also Bulgaria had the Tsar. Yep. Cardian says, that seems to be the translation thing then, because in the Swedish history books, they're called kings or emperors. Yep. So it looks like we've finally gotten the ticket drain down to 0. Now, let's take the bog fortifications. Well, that dude's a friendly. Victoria Baglio says, not a translation, but something like an adaptation. Yeah. Sounds about right. Optimus Jedi says, Polish history is actually really fascinating during and after World War I, too. A lot of stuff I never knew about the country. That's true. The Polish-Soviet War is actually, like, the battle at the gates of Warsaw is one that's really interesting, in my opinion. Ow. Brother Kakil says, Kejjar is another derivative of Caesar. Yep. Cardicardian says, ja, tankte de alles. So now we've gotten the ticket bleed on them again for a little bit, but we have to retake the central area if we really want to keep it going, otherwise we are in a world of hurt. Oh dear, oh dear, oh. Victoria Baglio says the die is cast. Yep. Okay. We're just not getting anywhere right now for some reason. Inquisitor Matthias says, just know, I didn't know about Belgium and France being occupied in World War I. Most of most of Belgium and some of France was occupied, yeah. But there were large most of France was not occupied. Curiously, some of Germany was occupied as well throughout the duration. Just a tiny bit, but some was. Okay, I think we've gotten ourselves a good flanking position on them. Reload, and then we will get onto it. Cardicardian says, didn't the Polish lose something like a fifth of their population during World War II? I'm not sure on the exact numbers. I would have to look that over again. I know some countries in World War I did lose something like that. For example, the Kingdom of Serbia lost, I think, something like that at least, with around 40% of the male population just gone because of the war. Although, because... Oh, this section's been cut off. That is really unfortunate. Because now the bleed is really on. We have to go through gas. Good news is the gas in question is just tear gas, apparently. Wait, no, it did say it was white crop. Well, no, it didn't say it was bromide, so it is just tear gas. Oh, that's team. Alright, let's see what... Brother Kakil says, by the way, Ace, it's pronounced Chazar. Okay. Optimus Jedi says, The Last Dying Breath is a badass song by Sabaton about the Battle of Belgrade. Serbian army comes off as totally badass in it. I mean, to be fair, the Belgians did actually do some pretty impressive things in the war when it came down to it. Kicking the Austro-Hungarians out 3 times in a row in 1914 being among them. Also, credit to the Montenegrins as well. They did pretty well. In fact, they even liberated their own country for the most part by the end of the war. Brother Kakil says, note though that the R is rolling. Place your tongue in front of your mouth, behind the teeth. Sound right. We're Swedish, that is. Okay. Grenades, unfortunately, we are getting shot at. So those grenades were decent. Nope, they fell short. That's okay, because we are now basically right on their doorstep. They're busy on him, so we can Ow! And the E is pronounced. Okay, so it's... Alright. This particular match is still going pretty poorly. We might just actually just flank around it and just cut it, the central point completely off. That seems to be the best move at this stage. Sounds like there's someone shooting at us from over there. I can't tell where. Oh, hello. Hello. Alright, we got him. Now, we can completely cut them off. Unfortunately, we are getting shot at. Okay, if I can just make a mad dash for the Dune artillery, that would be lovely. And I'm losing frame rate again for some reason. There is a lag drop, or a frame rate drop here. Ow! He got me fair and square. Actually, we are starting to now retake the central area, which is... If I can just make a mad dash for it and just get in position. Good work. Hello. Ouchies. Okay, he got me first. Fair enough. Well, we do at least have the bleed on him once again, so that's something. Ow! Martin Holdsworth says, the Great War is something I've always found to be a great tool explaining the politics of current day to my friends because of its ramifications on the world. Cardian says, yeah, it's all commie stuff. Women's Day, that comes from the Soviet Union. Odd that the rest of the world has a commie day on their calendar. Vittorio Vaglia says, not much of communism, but still on the left. Got Leica there, so that's good. And we got a second one there. Both grenades hit. That's good. Okay, we know there's at least one dude, probably two in here. There's gas over here, so let's make it back to here. Got him. So that was Natsumi there. Grenades, grenades, grenades. If we can just gray this one thing, it should hopefully, yep, take us down to 0, which is where we need to be. Okay. They got me. Brother Kakil says, I want to see Ace pronounce that word again. I've been trying to wrap my head around it, I'll admit. Cesare, or Cesari, like that? Cesari. Is that right? Thank you, whoever took him out. Now take the central position here, and that will... Oh, sorry, dude. To be fair, he shot at me, too. Okay, now we've got the bleed on them again. And just keep this position held would be lovely. Ow! Alright, so it looks like we actually have the central position held. We can keep it held, and that should... So, did I say it right, Brother Kakil? Cesari? Inquisitor Matthew says, Brazil entered World War I, but as a support role, most likely in spirit, though. Brazil did actually plan on sending troops, and the few troops, or they did send some as attached to other militaries, and they actually performed rather well. But yeah, Brazil's main contribution was in the Navy. Vittorio Vagler says, it's something like Cesare. Cesare. Cesare, okay. We can potentially take this position if we're lucky. Looks like they're on the run. Okay, he got me. Cesare, okay. Brother Cactil says, yes, it is pronounced something pronounced like that. Optus Jedi says, Smoking Snakes, another Sabaton song about Brazilian troops in World War II. Yeah, the Brazilians did actually get a decent reputation in World War II. Victoria Vagler says, you said Cesare, and Italian something like Caesar. Captain Caboose says, it didn't help the Brits stole your battleship, Inquisitor Matthias. Good point. Victoria Vagler says, yep. Optimus Jedi says troops. Ow. This might either be a draw or might slightly end up in our favor. Yeah, I think it might come down to tickets. Although we only have 2 minutes, so this is turning into a proper World War I style stalemate. Ow! He got me fair and square. We gotta take out the... We gotta stop them from taking that, though, because that is going to be a nasty bit of work if we can't. Right now, every single ticket counts. I do think we've got them on the bleed just enough, though, to potentially win regardless, but still, best not to. Okay, he's likely reloading, wherever he is. We got each other. That's at least something. Okay. We definitely do have the advantage in tickets. If we keep this up, we've got this. Starting to take the central point, that's a problem. But with the bleed on already, and they're not going to actually be able to bleed us to death, but... Oh, sorry. We won! Brother Kakil says, should we all just sit here and make Ace say a bunch of words in languages he doesn't know? I would find that amusing. Well, unfortunately, this is actually about a good time to call the live stream, so... Congratulations to Sir Diabetes for being the best squad mate, Captain Cinema Bun for the best player, and his particular squad for being the best squad. But yeah, I think we are on a good point to call it. So I hope you have all enjoyed the live stream. And yeah. Anyway, so I will go ahead and leave it and let's go ahead and get out of here. And I do think that's a good time to call it, so have fun. I hope you've all had fun and enjoyed the stream. I've certainly had fun playing this game. And, yeah, I will hope to see you all again soon. But until then, this has been Ace. Take care. Ace out.